Howdy y'all, my name is Outlaw, and today I will be responding yet again to the Gravel Institute and their video titled, Why Do People Go Hungry? Well, one thing is for sure, I can tell you that it's not because of capitalism, which of course they're gonna blame. But before we get into that, please give this video a like, subscribe, share, comment down below and tell me what you thought. And of course, if you really like my content, please consider donating to my Patreon, my Ko-fi, or buy something from my merch store. And for those of you who may not know, I'm a benefits counselor in which I work with businesses with their employees' benefits at no cost to the business. So if you own a business, or you have a family member or a friend who owns one, or who knows, a colleague that owns one, please go ahead and contact me. I might be able to help at no cost to that business. You can contact me either through Twitter, Discord, or in the comments section. So, do all this. Now, let's get on with the video.
The world produces enough food to feed every person on the planet and then some. Yet 690 million people around the world go to bed hungry every night. And 25,000 people die of hunger every day. Even in the US, the richest country in the world, more than 12% of people experience hunger or food insecurity.
Okay, yes, that is true, but that's technically misleading. This is what food insecurity means. According to an article by the Foundation for Economic Education, the USDA defines food insecurity as being uncertain of having or unable to acquire enough food to meet the needs of all their members because they have insufficient money or resources for food. The USDA notes, for most food insecure households, the inadequacies were in the form of reduced quality and variety rather than insufficient quantity. The definition also apparently includes people who frets about not being able to purchase food at any point. If someone states that they fear running out of food for a single day, but never actually run out of food. And another example is like someone wants organic kale instead of the conventional kale. That is an indicator for food insecurity. We can also think about this logically speaking. The poorest people tend to be the fattest. Now, this isn't to say that there aren't any people who aren't starving or who can't afford to buy food in the US. There are those people. However, those people can go to charities. There are plenty of charities who provide food to people who can't afford it.
If there's no shortage of food, how can this be? Blame capitalism.
Of course you do. As I said,
Greedy companies control and profit off of nearly all food production across the globe.
that's not greed, that's just business. That's just how businesses operate, for profit. Now, yes, some of those businesses have done some really awful things, and potentially illegal things. But that doesn't mean every single business is bad, or evil, or immoral.
And they don't produce food to feed people. They produce it for profit.
Yeah, that's the point. If you want free food, you can go to a charity.
Food, something we literally need to exist, is a commodity.
Yeah, because it's not a right. You have the right to life, liberty, and property. That's it. Now, for those of you who are going to try to say, oh, but you need food to live, therefore it is a right to life. No. The right to life just means that people cannot kill you unless you violated someone else's right to life.
If you don't have the money to buy it, that's your problem.
As harsh as that sounds, that is their property and they have the right to do with it as they please, so long as it doesn't violate anyone else's rights. And if you need food and you're unable to pay for it, then you can go to charities. There are plenty of charities who offer food to people who don't have money.
Because these companies are only driven by profit, surplus food is thrown away. 72 billion pounds of food end up in landfills every year instead of on tables of people who are starving.
Okay, first off, how are you going to give it to those people who are hungry? How are you going to get it to them? That's going to cost a lot of money. Plus, since that food was already made, well, it's going to just go bad. You can't just give bad food to people because it could make them sick or make things worse. Plus, you got to deal with laws in both your host country and the country you're giving that food to. Then there's also the problem that you make those countries dependent on you, and that you're actually destroying the local economies of those countries because the farmers who would normally make the food for the people to sell it to them can't compete because you're giving out free food. Who wants to pay for food when they can get it for free? So instead, you keep those countries poor. Now, in cases of natural disaster, yes, you can give out charitable food to those poor countries to help those people, but just giving it out regularly is not very good. There's an old saying for this. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Under capitalism, nobody cares if you go hungry.
No, that's absolutely false. There are people who very much care. For starters, capitalism is a system, not a person, not a group. It is a system. Systems don't have feelings. If people did not care, there wouldn't be any charities. And charities are part of capitalism. That's it for today. If you liked this video, please give it a like, subscribe, share it, comment down below and tell me what you thought. And if you really like my content, please consider donating to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi, or buy something from my merch store. And remember, I'm also a benefits counselor, so if you own a business or know someone who owns a business, go ahead and contact me on Twitter or Discord so that I might be able to help with the employees' benefits at no cost to the business. Do all this, and I'll see y'all later.